Okay. Seriously, this is just going to be messing around. X-plane, I have no idea. This is downloaded new today. So really, it's just learning what's going on and how I'm going to set this up if I get into this at all. I'll drop the volume a little bit and see if that helps. So shift and 9 goes back in. So as you can see, I'm a little bit close because that's the propeller ramper there. It's crazy. Move up to the top of the screen, brings in. Yeah, okay. You can pause the simulator by pressing. Okay. Talk about trying to learn what this thing is doing. I want to get to the settings so I can actually move the camera around, but I can't even do that. Yeah, how about I can configure the screen would be nice. I'll go to main menu, that would be nice. Settings, finally. Flight frame. Let's just turn on a lot of the objects and options here until I realize what's going on, which would be nice. Sound. Huh. I have no idea whether I should be turning any of this up. This might go to a crawl. We'll leave it as minimal. May have to do a bit of research to find out. Full screen simulator 2D panel. Field of view might. Enable track IR tracker. That's cool. So you got track IR as well. Using Gsync. Hello there, Gerald. How you doing? Long time no see. Let's just pick a flight because I want to see if we've got this. Well, I could do my pedals, but doesn't do anything. Right now, I just want to get up and running and see if I can get the field of view correct. I have no idea what I'm doing with this game. Last flight simulator I ever touched was Flight Simulator. Oh my gosh. I think it was back on a Commodore Amiga. Actually, I have got FSX for this, for a PC, but I never really tried it. Okay. So that setting I changed. seem to have improved things slightly. So, how the devil do I get back to the main menu? Okay. The hard part is trying to fathom out what we need in terms of view. Kind of cool. Ooh, okay, so you can stretch it out as well. Won't be doing that one. Offsets enable fractional. Full of monitors. Okay. I can do something, that's for sure. This is all brand new to me. I have no idea what is what. So I've left it on, so the green icons now are what I can actually touch, which is kind of cool. We can see Byte 6 seems kind of sensitive. But this is where I'll be just a learning curve, so this is literally just me messing around. It's kind of cool. I need to invert that mouse look. Well, if I can get track IR working, we might be on a winner. Panel feeds. Fuel. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go straight down and see what happens, because now my luck. Have you played this game before? Because I have no idea. You'd be teaching me. Now I need to set up controls. There's no overhead. Shut off. We'll select I tell you what we can do. Let's go back to main menu. Right, school. Let's go, shall we? Ignore that. Might as well start somewhere. We might as well do it from the beginning and have a look. I might have flight gear, but all my flight gear is usually used for Elite. But this is all new to me. Since the C172 is a single-engine propeller aircraft, you will feel the aircraft veer to the left when you're at high power settings. Use the right rudder to keep the plane in the center of the runway. Okay. Looking for 55 knots, and you'll gently raise the nose off the ground. Let's get started. Press the B button to disengage your parking brakes. Okie dokie. Well, that's good. It'll be straight onto their steering wheel straight away. Jesus. Right, and this isn't... Right. I need to see where I'm going. I think I'm going to need to get their... Wow, sensitivity in this is quite a lot. I think I need to set up my controls. The rudder's all off. Alright, we're back out of that. Right, controls are messed up because my rudder is all over the shop. Right, settings, joystick. That one. Okay. Grooved hat switch. 4. Landing gear up, do nothing, landing gear down. Yep. Switch 5. Flaps up, flaps down. We got landing gear, flaps. Seven. Toggle brake. Pinky trigger do nothing. 4. Oh, okay. Side switch is landing gear toggle if we need it. Nice. Settings, calibrate. We've got mixture, prop. What the devil's axis? Sorry about this, but we've got to try and fathom out what is what. What have we got left to try and do access on? Just up and down then. Center, I think, for the throttle. Try that again. See if it's going to go any worse. Okay, we've got to click through this lot. No problem, take care. That's kind of cool. I need to get my hat track sorted. Okay, this is your altimeter. Read it like a clock. The small hand is in thousands of feet, the big hand is in hundreds of feet. Okay. I don't feel like I need to be hand back a bit, or at least raise the camera a little bit. It's kind of cool out of the box, and it was easy to get triple screen sorted. This is your vertical speed indicator. It points up when you're climbing and down when you're descending. Okay. Since you want to level off here, you will want to try and keep the VSI at Takeoff performance 42, climb performance 90. Okay, well, that's something. Well, I got off the ground and I didn't kill myself. I suppose that's a bonus. We're going to do a different kind of takeoff now, supposedly. Cup of coffee time. Yeah, I had to reset the controller settings because none of the controllers were central. I tried taking off one time and it was like, no, this is just pulling left or right all the time. Whoa, what is this? Holy crap. I'm really tempted to try and get my head tracker working because then I can just look around and do everything. should be relatively easy to set up as well. Really kind of cool, actually. Okay, so welcome to your first tail dragger takeoff. Otherwise, you'll lose the ability to steer. Okay. But as you're steering down the runway, watch your airspeed indicator and start pulling back when you hit 50. Whoa. What? Nope, that's got no control. Do I steer with just... no steering? Oh, it's just going full left. It's the annoying thing, I just don't know which way. Am I just supposed to take it really gently, maybe? No. There she goes. How can you slowly advance something? It'll turn foot right. Hold on, let's look down. Let's have a look what's going on with my feet. Right, they are working. Because that's the bit where I don't even know which direction I'm going. Is it this way? I think that's back down to the beginning. Well, it's kind of... I'll just kind of pretend we're taxiing down here. But I don't know where the end of the runway is. Lucky no one wants to land around here now. Try this again. The only problem with this type of game is just going to put me to sleep with the engine noises. It's just like crash. I hope this thing doesn't veer off. Nope, there it goes. What? This is really confusing. Just starts going. I think he said you lose the ability to steer. Oh, there we are, we're up. Jesus. That was hard. Full throttle. As if it's... I like the way it is kind of detailed on the ground though. I literally know nothing about this game. It's something I've always fancied having a go at, so I'll learn sooner or later. Oh. Well done. I don't want to fly that plane again. That's just like... That's definitely not my takeoff before. 69%. I'm surprised I hit 69%. I was expecting 10. Landing. Oh yeah. This is where we crash and burn. Okay, so the green dot is where I die. Okay. As soon as we approach, you want to keep the plane's nose pointed down just a bit so the runway is above the cockpit. Flare shield. Okay. Go ahead and try it. You have a lot of confidence in me because I should go. Lower the nose. Do we know what airspeed we're supposed to be aiming for? I'm guessing not that kind of speed. So say 30%, yeah? Okay. Increase rate of descent. Well, it's looking a little low to me for... Oh, now it's a bit too low. Well, you said go down. I think my throttle's a bit low. Well, at least I think that's the flaps down. Better be. Didn't feel too bad. I was quite happy with that. For a first attempt. Oh, 95. Hello there, Mark. How you doing? That's a new experience for me, this. This is like, what the... Traffic pattern. But I was quite impressed myself. I was surprised I didn't crash and burn. I was expecting a mayday, mayday. Hello there, Craze. How you doing? have to excuse all the green dots everywhere. That's just for me to kind of understand what I can and what I can't touch in this game. We're ready to fly our first traffic pattern. Oh, okay. Now the text is right the way over here, which is really annoying. I wish I could just kind of hoof it around. I've still got to learn how to set up the screens and everything, so it's all a learning curve. We're just going to take off, circle around parallel to the runway, then turn back towards the runway and land right back here. Okay. Actually, I was thinking we might menu. Set graphic. I'm gonna try up in the graphics level. Mohammed, how you doing? Hello there, Mark. How you doing? Long time no see. Draw shadows on scenery. Draw parked aircraft. Why not? And we'll change reflection to maybe medium. Let me have a look at field of view again. Wondering what would be a good... That might work. Getting the Christmas decorations out already? Are you crazy? Ah. She's not going to put them up now, is she? I mean... And why am I taking to the skies? Well, I fancy doing something different. I used to dabble with flight sims before. I mean, I'm nowhere near professional or anything like that. Far from it. Literally pick up a flight sim game, fly for like 20 minutes, crash and burn, and that's about it. But I've always enjoyed flight, so, you know, even though I'm utterly rubbish at it, I just want to have a go. And considering I bought flight sticks for Elite, and I've used them for Elite, I thought, you know what, they've been sitting there doing absolutely nothing. I think it's about time I, you know, picked them up and had a play, basically. Start this again. Not quite sure whether I like that view, but well, you know, I've got to see where I am with it. I don't blame you, mate. I mean, it's the rule of thumb for me, if you're going to do decorations, it's got to be from like the 1st of December. That's the earliest. Any earlier than that, you're crazy. I think what I need to do is map, zoom in and out on some buttons, so then I can control my field of view on the fly, because I think that will be handy, especially if I start using things like head tracker, which I think will work really well with this game actually. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Steam does have a sale on at the moment, which is why I picked up this little gem. But But I would certainly recommend jumping in onto Steam and seeing what's available for you to download. I just missed what it said. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm guessing I'm heading towards that arrow. And I think I need to be at 1100, which I am, so that's fine. I'm going to back off the throttle a little bit. We are turning. I've got to admit, the scenery, looking out the window, seeing the cars down below. I remember playing FSX. It was never like this, and it was like a juddery mess. This is really nice. I'm impressed. Kind of weird playing with a flight stick compared to having a proper yoke. That would be the next purchase. I don't know where I'm going to mount that. Look over your shoulder at the runway. Okay. Remember, you can recenter your view by Shift and 9. Okay, thanks for that. Okay, controls your again. Thank you very much. Whoa, that was weird. Okay, so I'm guessing we just want to make sure we're running parallel to the field, which is over there. I'm going to back off the airspeed a little bit and keep this okay. So we're going to be turning for final approach according to this soon, and we need to get down to 800 feet, so let's lower the nose. Just hit 1,000. Okay, let's make a turn. Gotta watch that altitude, gotta stick to around 800. Keep forgetting as well, this has VR support, so this would be really intriguing to see what it's like in VR. Kind of mad on triple screens, but okay, attack the bank and line up with the runway if we can. Oh, that might be a little bit early. Yeah. To cut across by the looks of it because I've turned a little too early. Yeah, you can. I've seen the yokes available on PC World. God. This is really... Right, throttle back. Flaps down. Hopefully we can make this a little bit smoother than what it has been, because that was terrible. Little small movements, come on. Not a clue. Well, we've touched down. Whoops. That was a bit of a jump. Okay, that one wasn't as good as the first time. First time was a lot better. However, takeoff performance 94, landing 76. Okay. Little 85. Definitely need some more practice on that one. VOR now. Wow. A lot of green. Okay, we're ready to start our navigation. I'm going to fly for the moment. You can fly all the way, matey. Carry on, you. Fly a heading of 295 radial. What? Okay. Okay, so we're on the 295 radial, or the spoke, coming from the VOR transmitter. Oh, I know, the DLC is awesome, isn't it? You just think, yeah, I'll get this game and I'll get all the DL. No, I won't. However, you know, there's some guys out that I've watched before playing this game, and they've got a lot of the DLC. And for those guys who have slapped on, you know, the high-end scenery, the high-end planes and stuff, it's a gorgeous-looking game if you're willing to invest in it. You know, I'm guessing if you wanted to become or train to be a pilot, then I would definitely say invest in it, because it'd probably help you. For me, though, we'll see. I mean, if I can get into flight, I've always enjoyed, you know, dabbling in it, and that's literally what it is, just literally dabbling. But, you know, it's a lot to learn, and I can't see myself learning it properly, but I'll give it a go. It's good fun. Okay, so basically what it's saying is then the hoops in front are going to help us visualize the heading of 295 radial, or what they class as the spoke of the wheel. So we're following a particular path. We're going to be following that into the destination, and then we're going to be following a different one on the way out. Okay. Likewise. That makes no sense. So now we're on the 295 radial, but since the radials are measured as the heading when going away from a VOR, and we're instead going towards that, means we'll fly a course of 115, the inverse heading of 195. Of course, this is something that I'm going to remember. This being your course deviation indicator. Right here. And the CDI. So the vertical bar here is the lateral horizontal course deviation. CDI shows where our course is in relation to the aircraft itself. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of lucky. Yes, I've got FSX, but I've only got the very basic. And I always found, I must admit, I've never tried it on this PC, but whenever I've tried it before, I always found it a bit of a judder fest, getting it to work and the graphics being nice. This is the first time I've loaded in a flight sim, and it's been smooth. And this is on triple screen setup, so I'm really impressed. But maybe tech has moved on a lot since I last tried it. It was a long while ago. But I've watched a lot of people playing, and I guess the people who have invested into flight sims, as they said, you know what, if you haven't really invested into FSX, then yes, go for xplane. But if you've invested in it, then you're probably better off sticking with FSX. I mean, both of which I think are going to be very good. I don't know if one is particularly better than the other, but I just fancied giving xplane a go. I was hoping it would be easier for me to step into, maybe. Okay, well, I'm just going to click next. Watch what happens when we drift off course. Okay. I'm assuming this guy's flying himself because I have... No. There's a bit of control. Do you see the vertical course? Yeah, I'm seeing that moving. So basically the bar going up and down is deviating off to the left. So this indicates that we've deviated to the right and we need to adjust our course to the left to re-intercept the radial. Okay. And as you can see, there it is. That's where we need to be, back to the left. Right, so does that mean I can take control? I guess it does. And our height is slightly off. I think I might program in my pedals to react. Okay, so basically follow the lines, hopefully. Unless they decide to take them off. So just follow the guidance from the course deviation indicator. Okay. Yeah. I think it's this thing. Look out, you're about to die. Why do I feel like I'm pushing all the way forward, but it's not going down when I want it to go down slightly, unless it's forcing me to go up. We're deviating ever so slightly. So Mark, I'm guessing you understand all of this. So as you get closer to the VOR, the radials will get closer together, so the smaller changes to your course will produce bigger changes in the course deviation indicator. Okay. Seriously, what is this thing doing? Hold on. We're going the wrong way. Just follow the sun. Ah, come on, I thought you could have really impressed me then. You could have said, yeah, I know it all, mate. Don't worry about it. Not a problem. Do this, do that. And now you just failed. That's terrible. Thought you're going to be my co-pilot. Whoa, I'm not paying attention to that line, am I? Way off course. They're right. As you get closer, bigger deviation, quicker. That's alright. I think I should be turning more than... I think... What I want to know is why this thing's got a permanent increase. I'm wondering if there's something I've set that's wrong then, because it's on a permanent trident climb and I can't counter it. I got a fire. Okay, so we're supposedly over the area we need to be. You say so. You're now going to fly on the 035 radial out of the hub, start flying away from the hub for a bit, and watch your CDI closely. What? When the needle starts to move? Well, according to this, it has moved. I was like, I've got a dying cat in you. On a constant up, and it's doing my head in. This is just all types wrong. Something's definitely not right with the if I let go, just trying to pull up all the time, it's going to stall. okay. My hat over there lets me look around anyway. That's kind of cool. Right, anybody got a clue what this vertical up and down is doing all the time? It's doing my nut in. Now I could have sworn this said we're taking the 035 out, which I've headed to 035, but it's not lining up. I've clearly done a manoeuvre wrong somewhere. Well, that's not good. I think that's my fuel mixture. Don't want to play with that, do I? Okay, that's flaps as well. Alright. We're escaping out of that one. Because something's not right. Hey menu. Flight school. Settings. What is going on with these controls? It's adjusting. What's there? Nothing. Fire all arm selections. The challenge is actually understanding what it's trying to do, because it doesn't seem to. I don't understand why it was trying to go up and down all the time. Oh, look, controller sensitivity, pitch 50%. Wonder if I should just control response stability augmentation. Another thing I'll have to look up on is controller setup and see what was recommended for things like flight sticks, because I have no idea. Let's try that. Oh my god, they're all day with that. I think I'll need to print that off. GPS hardware, really? Ooh. Physical moving maps, physical GPS systems. Data output. Wow. This has got loads of stuff. So send data to UDP ports, iPhone, iPad, external apps, external visuals. Right, let's try that again, shall we? I wouldn't say it was good, but this is definitely another level. Most I used to do, I used to pick up FSX and be like, yeah, okay, let's get it up in the air, and then, yeah, see how long we could fly it for before we crashed and burned or run out of fuel. I think we did this one, but we'll do it again. good. Need to get the altitude up. So there's the runway alongside us. Travel down to that marker. Watch the altitude. We're getting a bit low. More like it. Keep yourself oriented to the pattern. Look over your shoulder to the runway. There you go. It's over there. Now let's go back. Lovely. I just... Thinking about it, I could take the wheel off and I could always mount one underneath the wheel, but then I don't know how far down it's going to get in the way of the legs. Oh, I'm thinking about it already. Maybe I should leave that alone. Yeah, but it may be a cheap yoke, but the question is it any good? I was wondering whether I could use my existing pedals as, you know, rudders. Might be a bit much. I think I need to start coming down a bit. If I remember correctly, we have to come back down to 800. We'll take on flap. Just want to watch that altitude a little bit. We're not quite there yet. I'm going to try and not turn too early this time. It's still early, but we can cut across. I might want to just clear these trees first. Be a little bit too shallow. Oh, look at that plane taxiing. Stay there. Oh, I like that landing 92. That was much better. Maybe my takeoff isn't as good. Need to get that nailed. Right. Get onto this VOR again, shall we? This is a pain in the butt. I'm not quite sure it was something I was doing. Right, we're going to start flying to VOR 295 radial. Skip that one. We're going to follow these spokes. What do you mean, Mark? Sorry. Start going down. Look at your course deviation indicator. Right. So that's your CDI. The vertical bar here, horizontal, your deviation indicator here shows where your course is in relation to the aircraft itself. Okay. Watch what happens when you deviate off course. Yeah, no, I know. I remember when I tried to do it on FSX, crikey, I remember when I was learning flight back on Commodore Amiga days. I mean, we're talking things like F-18 interceptors, not exactly learning to fly, but still. And then the first Microprose flight simulator came out. I was learning there. And then I was trying to remember, there was another one, there was Microprose, what was it called? Stealth Fighter or something. There was another one I was trying to play. I was like, oh. And you look at the graphics now compared to back then, and if you were to look back now at those games, you'd be like, what is that? It's just like blocks moving on a screen. Makes you wonder how you used to play games back then. Okay, so we need to adjust the course back, blah, 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 blah. Let's get back on track. Okay. Yes, the vertical bar is starting to look more central. Doesn't really tell me anything though, other than every time I let go of the stick it wants to go up. Wow, that's a really good start. Jesus. I wonder if it just wants me to increase altitude, but it doesn't seem to tell me anything about altitude. It looks like I need to increase the graphic quality on shadows, because the shadows are kind of like pants. And we're veering off again and not paying attention to that marker. Note, as you get closer to the other radials get closer together, so small changes to your course will produce bigger changes of course deviation. Okie dokie. Well, we're trying. I'm just not sure what's happening with this altitude because it's bouncing up and down and I can't seem to control it. Okay, the CDI is starting to come back into line again. I can't keep this thing straight at all. This is definitely harder than Euro Truckers. Even Elite Dangerous is easier to fly than this. Right, so, okay. So now, going to fly the 035 radial out of the hub. Start flying away from the hub for a bit. Watch your CDI closely. How do you get? So do I just need to travel on the heading of 035 or? This is the confusing bit. When the needle starts to move, turn to heading 035 and then begin correcting your heading to the center. Well, it's already moved. That makes no sense. Because the needle's already over. So I take it, do I just carry on heading out straight or do I just turn 035? Which heading a 035 would be this? No. Yeah. Well, we can turn either way really, it doesn't really matter. But then that's the wrong direction if I do 035 that way, no? That would be 035. Okay. Now it's flipped over the other side. Okay, we're going to carry on going round. Weep. There she blows. We're heading somewhere over here. Wait, how much? a C92. If it was a 92, well, there we are. If anybody wants after a Logitech webcam, the C920 is down in price on Amazon to about 20 quid. Or 25 quid, sorry. If it was a 9, I think they do a 922, is it? I wouldn't mind picking up one of those. It's supposed to give you slightly better resolution, but yeah, I'm not spending 84 quid on one though. Right, this is confusing as hell because we just turned and now we're hunting for that heading change again. Oh, look out. Screaming cat time again. Right. That bar isn't moving and I swear I've gone round in it. Oh, there we go. I swear I've gone round in a circle. If you hit GPS, that does nothing. It needs to be on nav. It's really frustrating because it tells you to turn. You turn. But that CDI line isn't moving at all. Take care, Mark. I don't think I will figure it out because it's not giving me any feedback at all. Am I missing a control somewhere? Right, D for pause. Flight configuration, edit weight balance, edit failures, show on map, show. There were some on offer. M3. Yeah. 39. Yeah, it's not down. I'm hoping that it'll drop down further on for Black Friday itself. Alright, sunglasses, let's lower the tint. Ooh, night vision. No good in the day. How do I turn that off? Oh, that was weird. Not using the full range of the stick either. As you fly around, that's 160, 70, 80, 90, 200. That CDI isn't moving. So it doesn't matter what direction I go in. So I just have to travel in a direction of 035 then, and then hope that it moves. Anybody got flying planes? Because I'm not. Clearly. And why does this thing always want to climb? Get this thing to fly straight at all. Really? Wait, not at 35%, you don't. Oh, ILS approach, let's go for that. That sounds like it's going to be more fun. Holy crap, that was really... I completely lost. Let's take a look at the next one. It's getting late for me, so I'll have one quick go and head for bed then, I think. Mission synchronous loading. So we're downwind for runway 34R at Simtech. Okay, it's probably good news that we're downwind. You can see the runway on our left. Right. Just about. Okay, just keep heading straight and level. Fly heading 160, maintain 5,000 vectors, ILS runway 34R. $160, 5,000. put that down and throttle back. I mean, at least I think that's the heading. Although we're still descending, we want to stay at 5,000. There's a lot to take on board and check. Ah, see, it just put something on the right hand side of the screen and I missed it. Ah, I hate the fact that it's over there. Hello there, how you doing? Altitude's leveled. I'm trying to fathom out if I'm still need to be using this CDA. I'm guessing I didn't need to. We're too low, we're supposed to be maintaining. Okay, we'll go back up. Can I just tell me what heading I'm supposed to be on? Out of bounds. Not that one. Oh, that was terrible. Let's retry. Right. Fly heading 160. We can zoom right the way in on these dials. Need to invert the mouse as well because it's using the crap out of me. Turn coordination. Pilot, audio panel, co-pilot. Okay, acknowledge that. throttle back a bit because that's getting a bit too quick. Level off if we can. At least I think we're heading in the right direction. CDI is fine, so I'm guessing that's all good. Can't see behind this damn wheel because I can't see if I'm... We need to take this off next time. A bit more juice. We're dropping too low on speed. Altitude's dipping too low still. Right, see, now the CDI is going all crazy on me, but it's not giving me any instructions. At this point, am I supposed to... Oh, there we are. So for now, we just carry on following 160 and 5000. Wait for the final approach. I'm guessing there's a voice pack I need to get. We see other people playing this game and they've obviously got a voice coming over and kind of guiding them as well. Unless that comes later, I don't know. We're doing okay, we're on 160. Back the throttle off a little bit. Well, I've just swapped over to the left on the CDI. We haven't received any further updates, so we'll carry on the way we are. So, turn left heading 070, ascend and maintain 3000. Okay. At this point, when you look at your CDI, you should see two lines. Yes, they're all over the shop. Once we get on course for the ILS approach, these lines needles will indicate which direction you need to fly to stay on course. Right. The vertical needle shows your lateral or horizontal deviation, and likewise the horizontal needle shows your vertical up and down deviation. If you point the plane's nose towards the needles, for instance, by flying right when the vertical needle is off to the right, by flying up when the horizontal needle is above the line, you'll eventually intercept the course. Oh, well, that's why it's called ILS. So continue on header and 70 at 3000. Ah, why does it do that? Get a bit more throttle in. So turn left heading 10, your 3 joining maintain 2002 until established clear ILF 2200 10. So watch your course deviation indicators. When the vertical needle starts moving towards the center, you'll know you're almost lined up with the runway, so you'll need to be moving quickly toward the runway heading of 340 degrees. What? I could have sworn it just said go to 2010. I have no idea where the runway is. Oh, it's over there. That doesn't look right. Watch those deviation lines. Need to gain altitude, I think. It looks like we're off to the left. Off to the right, I mean. I need to head to the left. Altitude needs to be up. Okay. Looks like we're bang on the money for the time being. Yeah, remember to extend flaps to 2. Nobody wants to watch me crash and burn. Right, now we've got too much altitude on us, so we need to kind of drop that off. And we're too far over to the left, so we need to head right, lower the altitude more. Jesus. You like cheese? You like peas? You like Easy peas. Look, see the power lines. That's cool. Well, this is just it. If I remember playing FSX, it was never as detailed as this. I mean, I'm guessing if you buy the packs and add-ons and stuff, great. But as a base game, I don't think it was anything like this. Yep. Right, we've lost way too much altitude, so throttle up a bit. Yeah, but we're following the ILS now. Instrument landing system, so the dial that I was calling CDI, which if you look at the top row of dials, the 4 in front is the bar right. Trying to keep that so those bars in the middle are central, the lines. The one that's going down means I'm too high up, so I need to lower my altitude. I need to throttle back a bit now. This is telling me now I've too lows, like these. Well, there we are. Approach 88, landing 95. I'm quite happy with that. Not bad, because there's something like my 4th landing this evening in this game. Or 3rd. 3rd or 4th. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Anyway, oh, look at that. Helicopter basics. Let's end it there. We won't be doing helicopter basics because it's time for bed. And I definitely will be crashing and burning on that one. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. Keep an eye out. I might actually do this again because it's quite good fun, actually. Anyway, leave it there. Take care and see you all on the next one.